Okay. Okay. Seems like we are live. Well, it officially starts in a minute, so I will wait a little bit. Then we will go through the plan. I actually wanted to start the timer as well. Let's start the timer. Okay, let's start. So, hey everyone, live stream again. Did one last week, doing one again this time. So, the problem I want to work on today with you. Editing videos takes as much time as it takes to prepare and record them, which means that if I had last week a live stream that was almost 2 hours, it could take almost 2 hours to edit it, extract shorts and so on. And I also actually managed to edit it last week and lost my work, sadly. So what is the solution for spending less time editing videos? Well, one thing, make shorter videos. I do want to get to making shorter videos. This is why today's stream will be actually an hour long, not 2 hours long. 2 hours is too long for that. And with other videos, I also want to get at least under 20 minutes, better to 10 minutes when I post videos that are not live streams. Second thing you can do is to use better tools. And that is where we will focus today. So possible tools that one can use is tools like Descript. And there are some similar ones that I tried, but yeah, Descript is probably the better one and best known. So let's take a look what that is. Here I have a page of Descript. And what Descript is a video editing tool. It has many features. But the way it started and what it is known best for is that it transcribes your video on a word level. And then you can edit your video by editing text. You can remove the text and a related part of the video will be removed as well. And then they automatically can remove like parasite words. Ones I usually use are actually, so, and so many others. It also removes gaps and allows you to edit your video just by editing text, which is pretty cool and pretty fast. You just read the text, you go into that part of the video, remove the text, and well, you remove the video and edit this way pretty fast. It also has another feature I'm interested in, which is clips. I really wanted to do it for a while. I actually have a bunch of videos from which I want to like extract some clips, like from this, or from last week's live video. There are a bunch of things that I want to extract. So what clips allows to do is kind of similar. You just find the text you want to be in the clip, select it, maybe remove some text you don't want, and you get only the part of the video that you extracted by using text. Because actually watching and listening to video takes as much time as it took to record it. So if you have a long video, you will need to listen a lot if you want to edit it just like that. Now, there are problems though with Descript. One problem I have with it is it's an American company and they sometimes fail to process cards from Europe. In theory, I could call to my bank and do it a couple of more times and it could succeed, but honestly, I'm a bit too lazy dealing with that. So that's one problem I have with Descript. And second problem is that in some ways it's not as customizable as I want. When it removes gaps, sometimes it removes gaps I didn't want to remove. When it removes some words, I not always wanted to remove all of them. When you edit it by text, you don't actually get to access, like to nudge it a bit. I want their gap to be bigger. I want you to like nudge them a little bit, edit them a little bit more, have a little bit more of control. So this is my problems with Descript and similar tools. For example, with clips, I tested a bunch of them. And my experience was that they automatically select for you those clips, extract them, and you have no control. Like they added some words you didn't want, they removed some words you wanted to leave. I want more control. I want this to be a helper, but I want it to be afterwards customizable. So what does developer do in this kind of situation? Well, I create my own classical fallacy of developers. I actually already created a couple of scripts. Let me take a look. Yeah, here. So I've put a couple of videos in here, and I created a couple of Python scripts. One first script is, let me show you. First script uses transformers from Hugging Face. You give it through terminal file name and output file name as well. And what it does is that it loads the file, it starts the transformer with Whisper, which is OpenAI library for transcribing audio to text. And it then transcribes it and outputs into the file. And you get a file like this, which contains whole text, but it also contains chunks, and chunks are per word timestamps. So at 5th second, I have a word hello and it ends by 6th second. So takes a half a second in the video. So this is the first script. It creates this kind of JSONs. Then I have another script created that uses FFmpeg, which is an open source library that edits videos. So it takes in a video file, it also loads the JSON that I just showed, and then it also takes in indexes. Let me actually, yeah, so it takes in chunks, excluded indexes, and also video end, and then it tries to, like, I tell it which words to remove through these indexes, and it removes those words. Kind of works, but very far from being usable. I needed an UI for that. So I actually created a small HTML page, which contains a video, and it also contains the, actually, let me do this. I was given opportunity to. It contains text. I want to do that. So yeah, it contains text from the JSON file. You can see that it also highlights here a little bit. Maybe you don't see, but it highlights a little bit the. Let's actually do a slight modification so that you see it better. So there is active thingy that has a border. Let's say that it has also a background. RGBA, let it say that it's gonna be green, maybe half. Yeah, so you can see that it highlights the text where the video is currently on. So when I play the video, it will play around, breakpoint. I was given an opportunity to speak at Tech-Chill Baltics, a local startup related. So yeah, and I can actually select text here and it will not play it. So speak at Tech-Chill Baltics, a local startup related. It kind of removes it. It doesn't truly edit yet. I wanted next to make it run the script, but then I decided that, hey, probably if I'm doing this, I want it to be shared, which means that I want it to work in browser. And I don't actually want to run Whisper on my server. It's kind of not exactly costly, but I don't exactly want to run it if this thing is for free at the start. So instead, I decided to just move it all into the browser completely. So it all runs on the client. And that is what we are going to be doing today. Because there is a tool called Whisper Web. It's based on Transformers JS library from the Hugging Face. And it actually loads Whisper in the browser. You can record stuff, you can load the file. Let's actually try to load some kind of file. 18 seconds here. Okay, let's load the file. It's loaded, we can transcribe. It loads the model and it starts to, actually, I guess there was no any audio in this file. Let's actually try to give it the same file that we were editing here. Can I just drop it? Nope. Oops. Let's then just find it. I have it somewhere in, my God. Yep, here in public videos. I want this file. Transcribe. And you can see it's transcribing. It's pretty fast. It's saying like, hello there, how are you? A couple of weeks ago. So approximately the same text. The only issue is, yes, Whisper, depending on quality of the model. I actually wonder what, yeah, it's using Tiny. Let's try to use Base. Should be better. Still not as perfect. Anyways, it works fast. It does make mistakes. Like instead of Prezi, we have Brazil, incorrect name and surname, and it also made mistakes about the conference name. But I can use a bigger model and then it will work. So what I want to do today in this stream is to use this right in the page. I want to be able to load the, like provide an input. You upload a video file. It's not uploaded to server. It's just in kind of like in a web app locally. I want to load this. I want to transcribe by word and then show the transcribed text. Maybe connect it with this. There are some bugs here, but basically next steps are to connect with this, allow editing this way, allow customization. This is for today. We will see if we get here. And there are future plans. Definitely we're not gonna get there today, but then I want to allow editing right in the browser using WebAssembly FFmpeg. There is actually a library where they compile to WebAssembly module available locally in your browser. They compiled FFmpeg, which is an open source video editing library. It's actually standard, used for a long time, knows a lot of video formats, it can do a lot of types of editing. Now you can load it locally in your browser, no need to install anything, and you can convert and edit and change video files with it. I will do it later, not today. So that's the plan, and I was thinking just to do it just in CodePen. Here is the documentation for that Whisper thingy, and I actually gave it to ChatGPT and asked it to prepare some stuff for us. So we're just gonna go through that. We'll see how that works, so on and so on. So let's begin. By now we have something like 50 minutes left. Let me check how the chat is. It seems no one writing in the chat. Give me a sec. The chat is, yep. Okay, so let's go. I actually will drag these things out so that we have less tabs going on. We're probably gonna need also the documentation URL in case the ChatGPT made mistakes. Okay, let's start. Let's see. This is the HTML they propose. Let's start with just this part. So this is the part where we have h1, file input, video element, a button to transcribe, and transcription div. We will need also later to load this kind of stuff. So this is the script. And this is video input, and we are trying to load the video out of the input when it changes. Let's take a look if that works. Yep, that works. The only issue I have, the video is too big. Let's add a little bit of style. So, video is video. Okay, video. Max width should be 100%. Yep, that part works. Okay, we can load video pretty fast. Next, we have transcribe button to transcribe, but we need to load this first so that we have the library for transcribing. The way it's done here is differently. I actually wonder if it will just work with this. Do they allow that? And I also wonder how we can check that. Can we alert? Let's take a look. Where, do, and how. So this is done this way. Let's try. So on transcribe. Let's actually do this first. So there is transcribe button. There is this if. There is this and this. Right? Okay. And I actually want to alert the pipeline to see if it's actually loading. So we do need to load the video. Loaded, we need to transcribe, and I have no idea if anything's happening. There is an expected end of input. Where? Why? Let's actually open normal console and see. No errors. Okay, let's do it this way then. I will put a debugger here. We will load the video. I actually will close that console and we, oh, what? The video is here, transcribe. Debugger is here. Video state is correct. We will want to await the pipeline. Okay, so it could be that we will be doing this not on a code pan because I have no idea. Okay, so dynamic imports this way in code pan. Okay, let's try to search code pan, dynamic imports, JavaScript. Let's see. So I wonder, okay. I actually wonder if we can do it then this way. Where were we? Can we do it this way instead? Not sure it's gonna work this way, but worth trying. Oh, okay. Not really worked. So it loaded, but I think we can do it then differently. So it's undefined, but we can just await this, say that it's transformers, and console log this. Let's load the video. Let's hit transcribe. Let's see what happens here. So did it load? Okay, so it's a module. Could be interesting. Bum, 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 bum. There is nothing in there, it's just a symbol of module. How do we import afterwards? Okay, let's try again. Code pan, importing. Here's some modules. Obsidian. Maybe someone else tried something about that. Hmm. I actually just wonder if probably not. Probably not. So even though it did load, there is no pipe. There is? Oh, okay. Interesting. So it seems we can just load it this way. Let's try. Okay. Seems like it will work this way. It seems. Okay. Let's see. What's next? So we will need to create the pipeline afterwards. Oh, this one was actually wrong. Right. This one was slightly wrong. Yeah, I wanted this, and it's visible large. So quality should be better. Okay, let's see. We're doing this. We're extracting audio. On audio processed, we are getting the data. We're sending the data to ASR. We're also saying that return timestamps true, but we want to slightly different thing here. I did ask it afterwards about that. So again, large timestamps true. But yeah, I don't think that's still correct. So let's add that, but I will change one thing. I mean, let's add this. Let's leave that. So it will need to remove pipeline. No, this stays. Okay. Yes, this is all correct. The only thing I want to change is here. I think I need to do it differently. I am interested in return timestamps. So return timestamps will return the chunks, but it will return the chunks for whole sentences. What I actually want is not chunks for whole sentences. I want chunks for word. Here it's actually exactly next example. So I want this config to be like this. I will see what happens. Word. Okay. Well, I think it's more or less done. Let's see what happens. We'll load the video. And there is an error. Let's see. Okay, so there is a syntax error. I made a mistake somewhere. See, does it close? Yes, this is correct. Wait, where is the error? Let's actually take a look. Missing something. Missing after argument list at 45. 45 here. Let's see. So this is where? Here. I made a mistake somewhere. Okay, this looks right. This looks right. This closes this. Seems like I need to remove this. Like this. Let's try again. Copy pasting text. Okay, it seems to work. Let's see if transcribe is gonna do anything. Unsupported pipeline, automatic speech recognition must be one of text classification, quest answering, film summarization. Okay, interesting. But the pipeline should be available online. Okay, so I was wrong in that it doesn't support it this way. Okay, let's then take a look again. So even though it's Transformers JS, and there is API pipeline for this, it doesn't support. Oh, I remember. I think I remember where the mistake is. Mistake is in the version we load. We load version 1. I remember also telling AI that this is not the latest version. The latest one is this. Right. Okay, let's actually load this and see. Forgot about that. Okay, try number 3. Or maybe not 3, we will see. Okay, let's take a look at console. Pipeline is not defined. Okay, so can maybe we now do it this way? Pipeline. This and transcribe. Oh, it seems to work, but I think we are getting actually course error. So maybe we'll not be able to do it in CodePen because we are having trouble loading models from 404. Though it's actually is failing for other reason that it's tiny. Let's try to see. It could be that large is not loadable in this context. There is tiny, small. Let's just quickly see this. If we change the model, will that work? So we tried a large one. We will use this instead. Let's go. Okay. Any problems now? Still, I think not. I'm not sure. Did it not work or what? Let's try again. So we are getting usual developer stuff. Seems simple, but then you stumble over small issues. Hey, where is the code? What's happening? Is there error? No. It just takes time to load. Let's try to open it in the top. Okay, maybe it's time to okay, exit. I think that's some kind of process hanged. Okay. Okay. Let's try again. See what happens. So we loaded the video and we want to transcribe. There's a debugger. We don't want to break. And do we get errors? But we do get errors. Not in network. What? At some point, I was thinking that we're gonna do it faster than an hour, looking at the code, but it seems like we won't. Oh, there is actually an encoded error on audio process. So let's refresh and let's pause and uncode errors. Okay, so now that I know what this is, we can theoretically cancel it faster by finding processes related to this tab. But I have too many processes to find correct tab to close. Let's try again. I need code pan. No. Yeah, code pan processes. What if we crash them? Refresh. Okay, open DevTools. We're pausing on code error. Let's load the video. And let's try to transcribe. There's the debugger. Okay, so it looks like this time it does load. There is a result, and we actually got a result with blanks. Huh. Okay. So what this could be? Something is wrong, it seems. So we did got the float array buffer. We did load the correct model, right? So there is a tiny, what? There was another error before that? No. Oh. Anyways, we did got result from trying to parse that, but we got blanks. Maybe I'm loading wrong video. No, I don't think so. One thing we can do here is that where it's wrong is that it should go over the chunks. Let's fix that for now and handle and try to figure out what the hell is happening with the input afterwards. So result dot chunks. Let's load that. You should. I guess it's actually hanging on the. Actually, it should not be hanging. to be honest. So let's crash that again. Yeah, weird. So we loaded the video. I know there is channel about AI use cases. Yeah, so we did load the video, it's there, the text is there. And now when we transcribe, pause it anymore. No idea what's happened. What? Don't think there was an error. Let's put a debugger before result and try to transcribe again. Holy moly. Okay. Not superb development process here. Maybe it was a mistake to try to do it on CodePen. I wonder how that would work locally, and maybe we will try in a moment. But let's first give it a last try with the debugger on. We load the video. We transcribe first debugger. Before we transcribe, it takes some time. And then we need to hit the second debugger. We hit the second debugger. There is this chunks. Let's see, it should go here. We are at the chunk. Text is blank. Timestamp I like this. Oh, it's using Word. Okay. And then it was his Word. Okay. So the outputs are wrong. And we do have that. It should have spanned the spans. Okay, I guess the mistake was that it's was not loading correct, not using. So it should be text, and this should be timestamp one or many. We can actually take a look at JSON again because it's the same output. Timestamp text. Okay, so it should output timestamp 0. I don't care about fixed. And here it should be timestamp 1. Yep. Okay. We save the changes. Looks like we need to crash it again. Oh, wrong. Wrong way to crash it. So yeah, while it does work in the browser, the Whisper and stuff, there are some things that browsers still need to improve. Okay, let's try CodePen, and then let's compare how that works if it's not CodePen. Okay, blank and audio as spans. I actually want, so what it adds them like this, right? Add span. I actually want to add another blur element or something. But yeah, I'm tired of this. Let's actually try to switch to doing that in HTML file. Give me a sec. Let's create a new directory, call it web whisper experiment, create a new, let's put it here, create a new, let's call it index.html. Now let's go to here. We did have in chat whole page. We will remove this and leave this. Okay, there is a whole page. We'll need that style as well. Okay, so that's the whole page. We will need from pan copy the style as well. Add a little bit of a style in there. Let's go here. Okay, then we will need to hit this as a script. Okay, let's go here. Let's remove this. I think it will be type module to ensure that it works. Let's add JavaScript script JS. No need for that. I think that should work by now here. Can we try? Seems like it does work. Okay, let's try working this way and see what happens then. Let's again load the file. It's here. Let's try to transcribe. We will need some kind of progress indicator or something. Nothing happened. So maybe there was another unexpected end of JSON. We also have some issues here. Let's try again. Whoops. Damn it. Up. Okay. Which point do we have this problem? And it's loading this. We'll get here. Okay, we got here. It was fine. Okay, something about loading the model. This way doesn't work. What's happening in network in that sense? Get it why the network is so weird, showing nothing. Oh. What the hell? Let's load again. Clean that up. Fresh. Clean up. Load. Let's actually move the thing to sidebar. Considering I'm recording. Yeah, let's go this way. Okay, network. We loaded the file. We pushed transcribe. We are loading this thing and it fails. And I'm interested what was happening in network tab. I don't see errors. It was loading things. Okay, locally it works worse, and I don't think I want to figure out why on the stream. So while CodePen kind of weird, it still works slightly better. Okay. So where were we? I want some kind of loading indicator. So it's a wait. Let's go to documentation, see if there is loading, anything about events. Oh, hey, Tubo Club. Welcome back. I guess by Yoichi, you mean that's ouchy that it doesn't work? Well, that's live coding for you. Okay. So what I am interested in is, so it can transcribe from URL. So one thing I want to understand about why it's not working is that I think that mistake is actually in this part, where we loaded a file in through the input, and we then try to extract audio as a buffer from it, and then we are passing that to the Whisper, and it transcribes incorrectly. So I am wondering if they have examples of transcribing not from URL. Could be that they don't. So documentation. I wonder what kind of inputs they expect usually here. Pipelines. There are pipelines for audio, not classification for speech recognition. But wait, what? Wait. It didn't correctly go to where I wanted it to go. The classification, recognition. Yes, this is correct. Options. Here is the kind. How can we find what are the, again? Actually, I did ask ChatGPT to read this thing. Are there examples in the okay, in documentation, they mention loading files from URL. What other examples they mention? Okay, it's searching through internet. So, transcriber. They only do it from URLs, right? Yeah, I think they don't. It's not answering what I exactly wanted. What kind of websites did it find? Transcriber API. GitHub. That's the same thing. And on GitHub, examples, scripts, SRC. So one thing I think we can actually do instead, we do have debugger here. Let's actually give it a try again with the debugger. Load the file. Ask for transcribe. Stop. Actually, I don't want this. Stop here. I want to stop. Where is that? Oh, I only stream on YouTube. Google Club. You dislike streams on YouTube? You prefer Twitch? Okay. Okay. Chunks. Wait. So yeah, here. This is where I want to check. I want to go inside. Oh no. So model type, whisper. Okay. Return timestamp. So where are we using E? Okay, E. What? Okay, let's go a little bit deeper. I guess for future, I will need to check this kind of stuff beforehand, just to ensure that all the steps work. Because watching this kind of debugging, I guess it's kind of educational how it actually works, but also maybe not very fun. So it's not an array, right? Oh, it is considering that this, oh, kind of it is array. So it should take in the array. Okay, so let's actually ask ChatGPT to search internet for, yes, whisper examples that pass in not rel and give me links. Let's make ChatGPT work for us a bit. So they did provide a bunch of links, but this is general. This is not. There is Env, building vanilla. Let's actually take a look at this one while it's searching. I don't think this is anything related to Whisper, right? Yeah, nothing about Whisper in here. I don't need actually you to write code. Anything about Whisper here? No. Okay. Transformers. Let's Google then. Whisper. Actually, Whisper Web example does load and transcribe from file, the one we showed before, and it works. So maybe it's just easier to take a look at its code, because code for it does exist here. Maybe we will find out how they do it here. The only issue is that it's relatively hard to find it this way. So what we will do instead, we're gonna clone the repo and search through repo this way. Let's open a new window. And let's find the code that we have issues with, right? So we have something related to this. Not in TypeScript files. So task, whatever that is. Okay, that's the task. Okay, let's search for pipeline. Okay, so it creates a pipeline with task and model. Then there is a message to transcribe. The message contains audio. And it does transcribe it. Wait, transcribe. Transcribe is a function. So what I'm curious about in this sense is, let's actually go again to the demo page. It should contain this code. We can try to search. So, this search, yep. And I want now to find where you transcribe. I think it's this worker file. So actually wondering what is here. Let's give it a try. Transcribe, yep, we are here. And it is a float. It's just that it's larger. Okay, now then the next thing I'm interested in is, where did we create that? Okay, so we are sending a message into the worker, right? So what we can search for is post message. So, whoops. So there are post message in worker. Wait, God damn it. Okay, there is use transcriber. So here is use transcriber, and it is get channel data. But in if, so audio that is sent is this. If it's, okay, so there are a number of channels. Audio data is audio buffer. It's kind of similar to what we did, right? So what we do, we created audio context. We got audio context out of the video. Oh, I think here is the problem. We did a size of context like this, while it's actually longer. I wonder what, okay, makes sense. So I'm interested where this is used from. It's used callback, post request. Who's using it? It's like audio data, audio data, audio data. Okay, there is start. Transcriber is this. Who uses this? So turn from here. Okay, that's about who uses the file. So let's see. Use transcriber is used here. Here's transcriber. What do we pass to the start? No, nothing about start. Okay, let's search transcriber start. Yay, found. So we are using transcriber start with audio data. Oh my God. So it is audio context, decode audio data. They use blob from URL, data, buffer, buffer. Okay, what were we using? So it looks like we need to do, let's actually ask ChatGPT what it thinks first before we dig in ourselves. So the problem that we have is that this part creates not all the whole audio, but only for first 4,000 bytes or something. Okay, problem I have is that this code only takes first 4K bytes. Video can be longer. It's interesting that they are actually loading different method that maybe is kind of better. So they are loading from blob URL, type this, sample rate. In theory, I think we can actually, so this is audio buffer. I think we could try to use that instead. Let's see first what the what did it propose? I think it just removed some of that. Let's see if that helps. I rarely work with audio buffers, so I don't know myself. Would need to dig in. Okay, so let's see. What is the difference? Oh, they did it completely differently. So last time they used processor and put that part into a function that responds. So we can just remove this part, I think, and then this part, put this part. So we are getting audio context, creating out of the video the source, destination, connecting, fetching audio buffer, converting audio buffer this way through await, passing in. We don't have limitation. Let's actually give it a try. We will need to crash this thing again though, as it's still hanging on this environment. Okay, where is the compound? Compound. Here it is. Okay, let's open the debugger just in case, so that we see what's happening in console. Clear it. Load the video. Video's here. Transcribe. Debugger here. We got an error. It seems we are getting some kind of error. So we stopped. What is the reason for the stop? Fetch audio buffer is not defined. Okay, okay, it has fetch audio buffer. Okay, let's just create a couple of functions. And this one is like bigger. Well, let's give it a try. Usual thing of coding with the ChatGPT style that sometimes it does pretty weird solutions. Okay, let's give that a try. So we need to put some code like this. Will that work? Again, let's just to be sure. Debugger. I think there are still errors. No? Really? Did we got to here and here? I don't see it doing anything. Let's try again. Transcribe. Pum, 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 pum. Wait, where are the again? Okay, debugger. By the looks of it, we're not even getting to. Okay, let's try to do it differently. Let's try taking the code from here. Set audio from download. So what does it do? Data. Where the data came from? It came from array buffer. Okay, where the array buffer comes from? Download audio from a URL. That's not the thing that we want. Interesting that they have also the progress thing. I will need to replicate that as well. So what I'm interested in when we are, let's actually go in again and debug this a little bit. So let's refresh. We do have this here. Let's try to do it from file, transcribe. So I actually want to see through the scope. How did we got? Oh my God, I think I will not actually see that post message. So go back. Let's see. Actually, how long is the stream? We are over the hour. We failed one of the goals of trying to do it under the hour. Well, I will continue doing it until I have it working. I still am confident that I will do it. It's just a failure to do it in under the hour. Okay, so what I am interested in is to, it sends audio from this, it then goes to, oh, there is set audio from recording, there is set audio from download. Is there set audio from file or something? But anyways, it sets the audio. That's where I want to put the breakpoint, right? On set the audio thingy. Let's try to find set the audio data and here. What is that? Okay, there is more than just this one. Oh, there is set audio transcriber on input change. No, that's not that. Well, okay, let's put a breakpoint here out of curiosity. Let's refresh the page. Let's do it from file again and transcribe. God damn it. Okay. There is. So we're sending an image, sending MOS message with audio here. Let's try again. So we do have a big dinghy. Question is, where did we come from? Like, where did we get this from? Okay, this is click with buffer. Where did that come from? Oh, it seems that we already have a buffer here. This is the end. So this is on click, but we already have a transcriber and we already have a buffer. Let's actually try to find this place in code. Yeah, that's the place. Now the question is, where did this come from? Ah, it's still getting there from this. Right, okay. But okay. Okay, there is set audio from download. And there is set audio. Okay, file reader. That's where we want it to be. Though it's from recording. I actually wonder which one is. Actually, let's search for this. In code, right? Right. Hmm. Okay. Huh. That's why we couldn't find it, because when compiled, it actually renamed it. So this is one of the places we could be curious about. This one is another code. But no, wait. Well, just in case, let's breakpoint here. And there is also this place on file update. This feels also interesting. So let's see which one is used to when we load from file. It's this one. So we are interested in something that does this. Let's go back to code. They actually need just an example of how to load from file, from URL, and from what? From recording. They do them, have them here, but not in the documentation. Okay, here is the code that we will want to borrow. So file reader. Okay, so the way they do it on input, they create an URL, do the file reader. When file is read, they create audio context, they decode, and this is how they get the audio buffer. Read file as audio buffer, file 0. Okay, let's try that. So what do we need to do? We need to get file. Actually, let's just give that to ChatGPT and say that this is how we want to get instead. The array buffer will be probably quicker, slightly. Oh,
To handle.
that's not what I wanted to do. I actually want to get that buffer like this. Let's see what it does, but meanwhile, let's take a look at code again. So we will not be using these things. When we click transcribe, we want to have file, then we can do the thing that we want to do. What did it propose? How does it want to get a file? Oh, this way. Yeah. Let's try. Okay, so we are clicking. There is a video element. We are getting a file. Afterwards, we have a file. We can just use the code from here then. So now we have a file. We will create a real blob. We will do this. We will do this. We will do this. Because now we have file. Okay. And all of that is to get the buffer thingy. So we don't need this. The only difference is that we don't have files. We have one file. Run files type reader load. Okay. This is gonna be different. We have to code it. And this is like this. Okay. Considering this now happens inside of here, we need to move that code here. That's where we're gonna get decoded. Decoded is decode audio data. We do need float array though. Okay. Okay, decoded. Audio buffer, that's the float part. Apparently. So this is the float array from audio buffer. Okay. And now we need to put that code. So this is transcribing and putting stuff in. Actually have no idea why it put video play. We don't need that. We don't need that. We need that. Okay, float array, float array. I don't know, maybe I do have some mistake here. Let's give it a try. And there is a syntax as, okay? Because we are copying from TypeScript and we are in JavaScript. Where is the as? Where is the as? Yeah, here. We actually don't need that. Yep. Seems to be fine so far. Okay, another try. Transcribe. Bugger. Let's see. So we'll be loading stuff. There will be file reader. That will try to read the file. Let's actually stop inside as well. Let's go. We have here. Is file here? Yep, file is here. Good. We read the file. Result is array buffer. That is pretty long. That's a good sign. Okay, then there will be audio set weeks, array buffer, float. Let's see what happens with float stuff. Okay, something ring const. We forgot about that. Okay, where is that? Let's just put it in. Out. So it's gonna error because we forgot something great. Oops. Okay. Try again. Follow the transcribe. Yes. What? Oh, okay, we also didn't put correctly. We needed to code it there. Oops. Okay. We actually could. Okay. I think. What? Okay. Let's see. There is the bugger. Okay. Result. Chunks. And we are here, finally. It works. Okay. That took some time. Longer than I expected. And we didn't connect it yet with the with my like UI thingy that I was building. But I think that's it. I need a break anyways. And we are 17 minutes past. Actually, let's take a look at yeah, at the guest. I closed the guest. Anyways, plan was to try to use Whisper Web to transcribe the audio. I will actually share the link to this thingy in the chat. Here is the link to resulting code. Okay, so basically, a long goal, not for today, was to load a video from computer locally, not upload it to the web server. Load the transformers library, transcribe by word. We did got there. Here are the words. Next step is connected to UI so I can select words I want to leave or remove. Step after that is to allow editing and adjusting these things. Because actually here it's slightly wrong. It says that hello is from 0 to this. That's actually wrong. Interesting. We'll need to check that. Because it's actually not that. But anyways, allow to edit and adjust that. And then, well, connect it to FFmpeg on the web so that I could edit and extract shorts and edit videos and remove parts that I don't want. Right on the web, no server, no installing anything locally, just open a web page. I will get there maybe later today in the evening. We'll see. I will make a video when this is done. Thank you for visiting and have fun hacking and coding as well. See you next time.